Okay, so I don't know why, but I'm so super excited about this, just to show you guys what's going on. So Capital One has a pretty decent card, the Platinum. The Capital Pay. So I like to give them away, and I like to cash them out away to get those collections removed off your credit. Did you know that most collection clients receive the star letters or star email? Okay, so I'm about to show you guys how to dispute a charged off account, be it an auto loan, credit cards, personal loan, furniture loan, things like that. So if you have received a 1099-C cancellation of debt form, you can use this method to get your charged off account reporting positively on your credit report. For those of you who aren't really sure what the 1099-C cancellation of debt form means, I'm going to read you this. Okay, so a Form 1099-C cancellation of debt is a tax form issued by a financial institution to individuals who have had their debts canceled or forgiven for amounts $600 or more in a given tax year. Okay, so cancellation, forgiven, that means you no longer owe that debt, which means that they no longer can report accurately that you owe a debt, that the actual creditor themselves are saying that they've canceled it or forgiven it by sending you the 1099-C form. It's so good. When a creditor forgives or cancels a debt you owe, the canceled amount may be considered taxable income by the Internal Revenue Service, the IRS. And the creditor is required by law to provide you and the IRS with a 1099-C form which details the amount of the forgiving debt. Okay, so what this means is that the IRS would consider the, let's say, $10,000 that you owed a credit card charge off. The IRS would consider that as income if it has been charged off, canceled, or forgiven by the actual creditor, because it becomes income to you because you never had to pay it back. So the 1099-C form sent to you by the original creditor is sent to you so that you can file this as income on your tax return. Notice how it says cancellation of debt. So when you go to your credit report, I just happen to have one here. I'm going to do an example. Y'all know I love to do examples. So here is just a credit report with a charged off Capital One credit card debt of, let's see how much it is, $1,005. You see where it's saying the account rating is derogatory. The payment status is in collection charge-offs, and also in the comments. Okay, it's saying that the debt has been charged off, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to use the 1099-C form that we received as supporting evidence directly from the creditor that the debt has been forgiven. So if the debt has been forgiven, that means that you owe them zero. The account is not a collection or a charge off, and they are reporting that inaccurately on your credit report. So bam. So what we're going to do is take our 1099-C form and we're going to create, y'all know I love these affidavits of fact and truth. So what I have done is I have created an affidavit of fact and truth as it pertains to this certain debt being canceled by the creditor. It's really simple. Like, any of you guys can do it. So let's see, it's going to be credit card debt here. Sorry, I was working on this for somebody. So on your affidavit, you're going to want to make sure that you make it look as legit as you possibly can make it look, because it is legit. So we want it to look really professional and well put together, because we want to show the credit bureaus that we mean business. So, of course, it's going to say highlighted in yellow is where you would fill in whatever state you're from or whatever your personal information is. So you have your state Supreme Court. So North Carolina Supreme Court affidavit of fact and truth for the county of Wake. And then of course your name would be here and the original creditor's name would be here. So I'm going to read you a little bit of what my fact and truth affidavit says. So it says, I, Tina, residing at 400 Northeast Street, Miami, Florida, 65656, am a natural person competent to make this affidavit. I have personal knowledge of the facts herein, and all said facts are true, correct, and certain, admissible as evidence, and if called upon as a witness, I will testify to uphold the same. Okay, so you're just going to state some facts here, like all disputing. You're going to state the facts, you're going to tell them what's wrong, and you're going to tell them what you want them to do to fix it. And in some instances, you want to tell them what your actions may be should they not comply with whatever the violation is. So okay, so statement of fact. It has come to my attention that Equifax is inaccurately reporting a charged off unpaid debt of Capital One for $1,005 as owed to Capital One, and there's the account number for credit card. Okay, so evidence of debt forgiveness. Capital One has issued a 1099-C form indicating the cancellation of debt, which unequivocally signifies the forgiveness of the aforementioned debt. A copy of this 1099-C form is attached hereto as Exhibit C. Okay, so there's your proof. Okay, requirement for accurate reporting. Pursuant to the Credit Reporting Act, these credit bureaus are mandated to report credit information that is accurate and complete, given the cancellation and forgiveness of debt as evidenced by the 1099-C form issued by Capital One Bank. The report of a charge-off unpaid debt is both inaccurate and misleading. All charge-off, collection, and derogatory remarks must be removed immediately. Demands for correction. I hereby demand that the credit bureau immediately correct the inaccurate reporting on my credit report to reflect a zero balance owed to Capital One for the specified account, acknowledging that the debt has been canceled and forgiven with no derogatory remarks or payment statuses. The failure to accurately report this information constitutes a violation of my rights under Fair Credit Reporting Act. So notification of violations, and then we're going to let them know legal actions that we can and will take. Okay, I will file a federal lawsuit against them so fast because why? They canceled and forgiven the debt. Okay, so your Exhibit A is usually with my affidavits. Are going to always be your driver's license. Exhibit B is going to be the account as they are reporting it on your credit report. Exhibit C is going to be your actual 1099 form copy. Of course, you have this notarized that makes it legally binding. And you send this off and I guarantee you're going to get some action, okay? I don't care how long you have been disputing the charged off account and it has not moved or it keeps coming back verified. If your creditor has sent you a 1099-C form, there's your key. There's your sauce or whatever y'all like to call it. So I hope this helped you. Also, I'm going to come back on and do another video to tell you what to do if you have not received a 1099-C form from your creditor and your account has been charged off. I'm going to show you some steps to do to get them to send you a 1099-C form. Okay?